Hey guys, it's Morbid Person G coming to you live on my Facebook channel.
Michigan Anon Command.
The Crazy Grower.
I got a couple of my Anon brothers here with me, man. This is one of them. Introduce yourself, brother.
Hey, I'm the Crazy Grower. Pleased to all meet you. Usually pretty much the quiet type, unless I need to say something, so...
AKA Whoop Whoop.
Well, I'm the opposite of that. This is Admin Moon here. Anybody that knows me knows I never shut the fuck up.
So how's it going, guys? I'm glad to have you guys in. I'm here with Moon, and I'm here
with the
Crazy Grower. So, I wanted to go ahead and make this video, you guys.
Don't mind the mess. The command is kind of work in progress right now.
Yeah.
We've been working on this
Always
for
a mess.
weeks
Yeah.
now. So I've just started reorganizing.
Wires and shit everywhere.
We got the PC donation program going. We're refurbishing computers, giving them to people that can't afford them. So anybody in Michigan, if you happen to have some parts you can donate, hit me up on the Michigan site or through Mr. over here. Mr.
Morbid Person
Silver
G.
Mask.
Morbid Person G.
Mr. Crazy Grower, aka the Pyro. So
He got hit with a cannonball. We just cut eyes out for him.
Yeah, pretty much. Stuff just happened. And
I
then,
told you not to stand in front of it.
Yeah, well, I stand in front of a cannonball and it kind of blasted me right in the face
fire.
and just completely disguised my mask.
It's true.
Oh,
Hey, hashtag shit happens.
Always support your local community. Fireworks companies says, hey, we never used to be able to have in Michigan, but hey, we love it now. More than 8 different holidays you can light them on.
Alright, guys, so I want to go ahead and let you guys know these are the brothers that I'll be tagging along with at the March coming up on November 5th.
I'm lighting this.
We are preparing and everything. This is my buddy's command center, and Moon has been setting this up with his buddy here. As you see, like,
our furry little friend.
a lot of good stuff in here, man.
Don't forget our furry little friend. What are you chewing on over there?
Don't forget furry friends.
What are you chewing on over there?
Guiltiness. But wanted to go ahead and do an update for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and be posting this on YouTube as well. This is a preparation before the march, and
hopefully this year you're gonna see some great footage from the march. If all goes well, hopefully I should have a couple drones by November 5th. Hopefully. Still waiting. It depends on shipping, things like that. They're coming from the other side of the world, so.
Yeah, like I said, everything's in motion right now. We're preparing for the march right now. As you see, man, he's got walkie-talkies going up. Of course, he's got all kinds of Guy Fawkes masks. Moon's preparing pretty well. I actually came from my destination to come over here to meet Moon. So we've been traveling for a good 35, 45 minutes just to come here to be here with these guys.
Ended up near my house.
Yeah, we got so shit happens. But I'm glad to be here with my brothers and stuff, man. It's always good to be with family. It's always good to be in here. So let's go ahead and show you guys some preparation, man.
Yep. Videos coming soon.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to even have I'm trying to get a Wi-Fi antenna. I got a friend that's trying to build these little Wi-Fi vampire antennas. They have like a 15-mile range. If that goes according to plan, we should have Google Smart TV with us to educate some people also. This is called Logitech Review. You guys should look for this thing. They're usually... I bought this thing for $3 at a freaking yard sale.
With instructional videos for idiotic fucktards that don't know anything.
All this does is you hook it up to your computer or your TV and it turns it into Google. Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about right there. What's the most common problem you have trying to talk to people? Oh, where's your proof? Oh, right here. Dial it up for them. Take a computer. Take a couple cell phones. You can't just give them a worded opinion anymore. They're sheep. They have to see it.
Alright, gents. I must partake. Namaste to all of you, and y'all have a good day.
Alright, brothers heading out. Thank you, Mr. Great Pot Smoker.
Awesome.
You take it easy, brother. You take it easy, brother.
Alright, you too.
Fucking, I'm looking forward to seeing you at the march, man.
Probably letting off one send-off rocket. So.
Yeah. But anyway.
I'll be taking this bad boy with me, too.
Fire it up. Show him.
Actually, the battery's dead right now because I've been playing with it today. But I'm going to tape my sign to it and use this as my fucking signpole. Oh, yeah.
Alright, guys. I know there's been a lot of stuff going on.
Kyber light is awesome.
Oh, okay. No face now.
Oh, yep. My bad. There's been a lot going on stuff here lately with a lot of Anons versus Anons and stuff like that, man. But this is a complete unity. Coming
Drop
to you guys.
it. If you don't like the person, block them, move on, get back to work. Donald Trump is president. The world is not getting any better. I like to quote the Canada Party. Your country is on fire and your politicians are witless for their marshmallows while arguing if guns have rights to marry other guns. And we just sit here on social media.
They make a bunch of
Get the fuck off the computer. Go take a stand. Quit fighting with each other.
Farewell and namaste, folks.
Very, very wise words. Very, very wise words coming from the Moon. And like I said, this is one of the reasons I decided to travel out here today.
This is what matters right now. See all that bullshit? That's what owns your country. And you're sitting here fighting over Facebook posts and sectors. Fucking stop it.
Paying $25 the right, the privilege to drive.
Yeah, very, very wise words, man. Like I said, we got to get back to the common grounds, man. We got to get back to the way that we normally do things. Anonymous, we do things the way we do them, man. And I believe in keeping everything old school, but I believe that we all should stick together no matter what. I want to go show you guys some things Moon's been working on in here, and see what you guys think about it. I'll start by showing you guys all these have been donated here, and this is, some of this stuff's been given by other Anons, some of this stuff has been been donated to him. He's been, later, brother, you have a good one.
Save it for the 5th, bro.
Yeah, 5th is coming up. 5th is coming, bro. I'll see you on the 5th.
Should show him the trunk.
We'll go over there. Go have a good protest.
No, plausible deniability, brother.
Hey, show him the scratch.
Yeah.
What is that?
So I'll go ahead and show you guys a little bit of kind of what's going on, what he's got here. He's got, let's see, his flags, his hemp sector flag. You want to tell him a little bit about the flag?
This isn't a hemp sector flag. This is the historical facts of cannabis flag, but I did get it signed by Tommy Chong at Hash Bash. These are all verified facts of cannabis. A lot of people don't even know that it was once illegal not to grow cannabis in this country. If you owned land, they would punish you for not growing cannabis. USS Ironsides was completely made from cannabis. After we made cannabis illegal, we then made the Marijuana Tax Stamp Act. We grew it in the Virginias, built USS Ironsides, won the war, and made it illegal again. So it's okay for them to use, but not for you. It's time to take a stand.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about this green one here?
This is just the flag I started creating when I made Athena's Library Real World Sector. This is my personal flag that I take to protests with me. I support the Human Party. I don't support any governments. Who sold them the planet? Why do you pay to live here? That's the question you need to be asking yourself and asking your fellow humans. There was once a point in time where you didn't pay taxes. A man could work 40 hours a week and his family could stay at home. They didn't have to worry about anything. We had a military, we had a government, we had no problems. We were the greatest country in the world, remember? Why do we pay more but suck more at the same time now? Doesn't make much sense. Different forums on Facebook I recommend. Places to check out. And then up here we have our Freedom to Animals, Operation Change the World. Little homage to what really runs the country. Here's the ugly truce. Started from the border, now we're here. Hashtag Brown Pride came from a former roommate of mine. See, here's the thing, America. Y'all bitch about immigration. Y'all bitch about wars and everything else. Well, number one, the people just want to come to where the bonds don't drop. But that set aside, if you really look at this country, you kick the immigrants out. Who's going to do all the bullshit jobs that you guys refuse to do? That you sit on your asses? That's the truth. You'll never get rid of them, and they'll never deport them. Because they can't. Because the country would shut down. The fact of the matter is, all of the best things America's ever done have been done because of visas given to foreign people. Silicon Valley was all foreigners, people. All the internet, all those things that taught Bill Gates and all those people, they learned that from other countries. And that's why there's now Silicon Valley's popping up all over the world. Because everybody's sick of America. They're sick of our racism. They're sick of our ignorance. Canada has a message from Canada's one black guy. He would like to know why we still have racism in America. It's not that they can't see it in Canada, it's just that they don't care. Maybe that's a decent approach to take for once. I don't know. But what does Moon know?
One of my perspectives and standpoints on things is like this. I believe there's been dirty puppy. It's like this, man. There's been certain people, there's been certain things created. Antifa, you've had Black Lives Matter, you've had all these different protesters over the years.
I got a lightsaber for Antifa.
And they've been rising up against Anonymous. They've been shutting us down. They've been, doing things that are just completely unnecessary, that go against completely what Anonymous beliefs are. Like Black Lives Matter, I believe personally it was created to go against the individual. It is not for the people.
Note, something fucked up I read today. There's a school that's allowing Black Lives Matter's pride flag and one other flag to be displayed in there. Oh, but you can't put your Christian Bible, you can't pray, you can't do any of that. But you can have those flags for educational purposes. The fuck is that?
You're being corrupted. Your children, the kids that are in school, these coming up generations are being corrupted in schools.
Did you know in Japan, until 3rd grade, children only learn morals? They don't actually get graded. See, if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it will always think it's stupid. And that's the problem, the very essence of the beginning of our education system.
Which is very true, speaking of these kind of operations and exposing the corruption. The kids are being brainwashed in these schools to be distracted from what's really there.
Teaching them to accept martial law. It's teaching them to accept prison. Really look at prison versus school. You walk in a single file line in both of them. You have designated lunch periods, designated times you're allowed to leave your seat, designated times to leave the room, designated uniforms. Not a hard rabbit trail.
So with that being said and all this going down and everything, Anonymous has kind of got all their work matter, and all cut out for them. You got these Black Lives Matter people that are protesting this, that, and the other. You have these Black Heritage Months. You have these Mexican Heritage Months. Sometimes the whites get offended because they don't have their on. And it causes division amongst the people. Think of these holidays. Think of the stuff that's been created to divide us, to distract us from what's really there, to corrupt the issues.
Humans until politics, religion, and all that other bullshit divided us. Don't let it.
So with that being said, it's all a game. It's a game that's being used by the government to divide you, to corrupt your own children, prepare you for something worse that's coming. We all know something's coming. We just don't know when, but we know it's going to be very soon. Your children are being corrupted from the blind facts and the truth. For the ones that are awakened, we're just the lucky ones to go ahead and figure all these issues out. And these issues are just going to continue. They're going to grow. They're going to escalate. You think your children are being corrupted now? Just wait about 5 years from now. Just think about this. The corruption is never going to end. Homeless is never going to end. It's only going to get worse.
It's illegal to be homeless in America. You can't even collect rainwater in most states without a permit. Wake up!
Literally, speaking from a former homeless person's perspective, it's illegal to panhandle now in some states as well. So you cannot physically make a living. You have to work for the government. You have to give your tax money enough as it is, just to wait to get it back at the end of the year. Where are they going to send all their money? To a homeless shelter? What if they don't have a mailbox or anything to send money to? When the end of the year comes and the tax money comes back, you're not guaranteed that tax check. You have to file for your taxes. Think about that, people. Not everybody has access to it like you guys do.
Why do you think certain tax accountants get you more money, but they charge you more because they have to learn more to get it? It's all loopholes and bylaws to steal your money so that they can go ahead and say, well, there's this little conflict over there and this country's been begging us for money, and even though they hate us, we're going to raise the debt ceiling, we're going to borrow more money from China, and then we're going to take that money, we're going to slash the Meals on Wheels budget, we're going to fire missiles into Syria and send a couple billion over to Israel.
And there are some things that were being exposed. America just now decides to pull in $5 billion to help Puerto Rico? Do you know how many...
U.S. territory. We should have been taking care of them from day one. Where the hell was Trump on that? Oh, but shame on Colin Kaepernick for taking a knee, which is legally a sign of reverence for the flag. Look it up. Look it up. Never mind the fact that, hey, how many people do you know that have ever stood on Sunday for the football game? How many politicians? Not many. How many? Anybody. And all that set aside, 10 years ago, the players weren't even allowed on the field.
Little issues, people, little issues.
Because they were deemed a nuisance. Just like this whole debate. It's irrelevant.
Political propaganda bullshit.
The government paid the NFL to put them on the field to set them up for this bullshit. That's what it is. And finally a guy takes a stand about it, and y'all lose your shit. But show me a video of you in the past, ever, before today's date, standing at home, and then you can say anything at all.
It's very true, people. It's happening as we're speaking. Shit's getting bad. It's only going to continue to get bad. Governmental is going to find ways to control more and more. You guys already know about the Bitcoin. You've already heard of Bitcoin. You've heard of digital currency. Okay? You've also heard about, the tracking RFID devices and stuff. Guess what? There's a place called Nova, Michigan.
Look it up, bro. There's a school in Arizona that requires it.
Yeah, I just was notified by Moon. There's a school in Arizona that requires it.
It's voluntary. It's not a public school. I want to make that clear. This is one of those parochial type schools. Parents choose to send their kids there, but if you choose to, they're required to have it. And it's a set-up type of school for something like Ivy League. All the corrupted assholes that come out of there.
Please do keep in mind that these chips did start out as test chips and shit on animals. Now they have been doing this on humans. Once you are injected with the RFID chip, all your data, location, currency, and everything will be on there. But that is the disadvantage. Currency and everything should not be based upon technologies. Technologies are bound to crash.
No, bro, you're missing the hidden point there. See, people say, oh, the RFID chip's on you or this and that, and everything else. Like, real close. Well, that's not entirely true. The government has just released to you a skin contact cell phone. Works right here, okay? Tape it in, connects to your phone. You can go in water, wriggle your arm all over the place. It runs off your body. If that can power off your body and connect to your motherfucking cell phone, how big do you think the antenna chip is in that clear phone that you put on yourself? And they're going to put a grain of rice in your hand. It's about tracking. It's about all kinds of things. Think of the damage they could do by embedding a little tiny charge in there. Put a little embolism in your blood. There's endless possibilities to it. Not to mention the fact that someone with a little bit of computer sense can just walk by and tap your hand and steal your identity. Fuck.
So everything's becoming more and more vulnerable. The government, everybody, CIA, FBI, all these guys are finding more and more ways to better keep track of you and your families. You guys think these FEMA camps aren't real. Some of you guys, you disbelieve in this. You don't think it's possible for the National Guard to go against their own country. You don't think it should be yanked out of your house and put into a FEMA camp. When you have HARP, and when you have these affected weather patterns that are happening, these hurricanes.
HARP, brother. See, HARP was first generation technology. If you actually look at those cell phone towers, and yes, I've talked to people that build them, okay? Look at the gauge wires that go up those things. There's like 20 fucking wires that go up that pole. The actual amount of power that goes up there is not for your cell phone. Why do I say that? Well, if Al-Qaeda can upload a video from the mountains, but I can't make a phone call from my bathroom, obviously the CIA is giving them better equipment, or they're delaying my signal. One of the two. If it only takes a few little tiny amps of power to go from ground to satellite, then obviously those cell phone towers that are 20 times redundant with warning deadly voltage on the side of them are not for your cell phones. Here's what they're doing. The ionosphere is magnetic, okay, people? When you take a giant magnet, or say a net of magnets like cell phone towers, and you polarize them, the ionosphere either goes up or it pulls down. Air follows the path of least resistance. So if you create a giant valley, it'll either ride the valley or hit the wall, and it diverts it where you want it. You couple that with a little bit of signatures from HARP and some chemtrails, and you swirl it around with these little ships with the mobile units, and all of a sudden you get 5 hurricanes, the strongest you've ever seen in 7 days. 7 days. And yes, I have a document from the company. I've sent it to Morbid. I'm sure he can post it for me. Of the actual chemtrail company that was cloud seeding in Texas from the day of the first friggin' hurricane. Wake up, people.
So, I mean, it's already been exposed. It's already been debunked. People are saying that HARP is no more. That's a fucking lie. Don't let them sit there and bullshit you and tell you a fucking lie.
They just upgraded it and put mini HARPs all over the world and told you they were for your cell phone. Those things also have 50 feet of wires that go through that concrete. I've watched it being made. What they're doing is they're taking the Lily wave from World War II, which is a subliminal pulse. It goes in your walls, it's in your Wi-Fi, you're being affected by it right now. And it shakes your brain cells, and it makes you subliminally weakened. It takes away your defenses. Back in the 60s when they put it in, Google 60s TV sign-off slowed down. When the national anthem goes across the screen and the trails afterwards, you can see obey your government God. Okay, hypnotists still take advantage of little pulse generators that emit this frequency. That's why everybody's so susceptible to them. It might be in his pocket. It might be in his wristwatch. He might just have it on the wall. You'd never know it was there. It might be his fucking pen that he's having you write the shit with. Because it shakes those little brain cells and it makes you susceptible to thought implementation. And that's why you've been indoctrinated. You ever hear Putin reference the mind control gun pointed at the American people's head? That's the cell phone towers. That's the lily wave. They're changing the actual pulse of Earth. They're trying to make the Earth itself emanate the wave with these towers. That's why these roots go down into the ground and vibrate it. They're reaching down to try and hit the bedrock. That happens. Look up how Tesla said you can control all emotions with the electrical currents of the brain once you've mapped them. Oh, by the way, they already did. There's a helmet that can connect a bionic limb to the fucking brain, and the person thinks, and the fingers move. Do the math, people.
So these are highly classified issues that the government, and HARP wants you to think that they're shut down. They want you to think that they couldn't do these kind of things. Technology is here. It is already upgraded. This is the century. This is happening as we speak.
Carrying around a tool that helps. Right here.
All tracked by government.
This emanates the same shit. It works on the same frequency. So does your Wi-Fi. So does your smart car. So does your smart refrigerator. Wi-Fi is bad for you. It's causing you to get sick. I have a smart meter in my house. I can't be near that thing for longer than 3 minutes. I get a headache. I don't care if you don't believe me. I get a headache. I stay out of that room. You should too.
So with this being said, they are making it unsusceptible to possibly live in this generation without a cell phone. So now you have to have a cell phone.
You already can't get a job without a fucking computer.
You have to apply online. It's fucked.
That's why we started the PC donation program. I realized this. The unemployment rate of America is so high because nobody has a paper application anymore. Yeah, CERN's goal is to make a portal to the other dimension or simulate a black hole in your world. It has the goddess of destruction in the courtyard. The actual symbol for CERN is 666 overlaid. Look at it. Pull it apart. It's a sigil. Okay, it's a multicultural team. And by the way, when it first fired up, verify me if you don't believe me, there was an anomaly that appeared inside the tube. They are too afraid to open it. They do not know what it is. It just floats around, and I believe it even increased in size a little bit. Sounds like a black hole to me. They're too afraid to open it because they think they actually succeeded, is what it is. And they probably did. They're simulating zero gravity and no pressure and all that stuff. It can't get out unless they open the door. If they open the door, it gets all kinds of matter for it to grow bigger. The reason it's growing bigger is because they put matter in the tube to do the experiments, and then this little anomaly is eating it.
So with that being said, there are things that not even they want us to know about. Of course they're going to try to keep it classified, people. Wake up. And here's the fact of the matter. When you're dealing with HARP, when you have your cell phones, you can't function without them hardly. These generations coming up in school, they're using iPads now. They're using computers. Technology-based devices. Not only to corrupt the minds of your children, but you too.
Hey brother, did you know for the right amount of money, not only can you genetically engineer your child with whatever traits are in the DNA code, they'll let you handpick blue eyes, red hair, brown eyes, intelligence levels.
You can fuck with the genetic code. Tell me about that.
You can literally custom order your child now. This is legit. There's a company that's doing this in the world. They're also cloning your pets. You can clone your pet if you have enough money. They're working on it. It's not public yet, but they're working on it. But they're actually putting upgrade chips. You can get a cybernetic uplink chip in your brain, in your child's brain. It's legal. They will let you put it in your fucking kid's brain. But here's the thing. It takes a stupid kid. Yes, people, I said it. There's stupid people in the world. Boo-hoo, get over it. It takes a stupid kid and it turns him into Einstein. It literally speeds up every single one of his neural processors. So this shit really does work.
So you're not actually functionable. You're functioning at the rate they want you to, which gives them that much more control over you and your children.
All they have to do is hit the uplink button and send a surge into your cerebral cortex and you die.
These issues need to be focused on. The infighting, that's irrelevant.
Oh, did you know every president has a scar right about here? Do the math.
This shit's legit.
Why do you think they get so gray 2 years after office? It's not because they quit putting in the just for gray. They have time to do it. They have people to do it. It's because they're literally snapping. Because this chip at a certain point in the head starts shorting out from too much use. That's what it's about. It's a control mechanism to make sure that motherfucker don't ever turn on them on camera, like Kennedy was gonna do.
And then if they do, they are assassinated, shot, and killed, or dealt with, aka Illuminati.
In the brain, brother. Nobody knows he has a chip up there. They'll just have him have a seizure on stage.
Which would explain and debunk the issues of assassinations.
Think of any presidents recently that were starting to make some slips. You ever notice that had seizures? Start thinking about that for a little bit. There are presidents that got older. Why do you think all presidents are paid for life and guarded by Secret Service? Since when has the government given a fuck about somebody they don't need anymore? It's because they're guarding those secrets. It has nothing to do with the safety of the person. They don't want them to start slipping in their old age, get senile with Alzheimer's, and end up in a home telling you about, hey, I met this alien sometime. As an example.
Even if it is an anomaly that's completely true, they're not going to want you to know about it. They're going to cover it up with every single tracks they do.
And they're going to push that button and fry the brain.
And this is currently where another issue comes in. We speak about Jade Helm. Okay? We speak about Operation Jade Helm.
Oh, don't get me started on Jade Helm.
You guys, literally, they want you guys to be corrupted. They want you guys to not have any
that was the
control.
Military exercise America has ever done. It was also coordinated in every major government, and they all did it in mock American towns. That should really put fire in your belly, people.
So yeah, Jade Helm's been one of the biggest focus on anonymous operations for years on end. 8 years, you see a lot of things. You see a lot of shit going down, man. And Jade Helm's one of the biggest ones that I have seen yet.
It was literally about practicing how to take care of domestic terrorists. People, 90% of you are domestic terrorists. Look up the list if you have ever questioned your government. Or even just wearing a certain type of clothing makes you a terrorist now. If you wear ICP clothes, you're a terrorist, people.
Juggalos, anonymous. All of us are declared as terrorists. Why? Because we unite against the government. We cause unity amongst the people. And with that unity, it causes them to step back a little bit. See? When you unite with people, you can bring a whole system down. And they know this. So why not target you one by one to silence you? To break apart your community? Why not try to make things more illegal? Why not twist and tweak laws? Just to corrupt you, your families, and divide you, aka infighting amongst the American and the people in the World Association affiliated.
I can see through my nose.
He could see through his nose.
We were all humans until politics and all this other bullshit divided us. So grow up, get over it. Unity doesn't mean you have to like everybody, everyone. I want to make this quite clear right now. Okay? Unity simply means you don't participate in the bullshit. You focus on the common goal. If you don't want to work with the person, don't work with the person. Block them, move on. If they did something, post the proof, leave it, get back to work. That's the only way we're going to make change. We cannot keep fighting amongst the sectors. How can we expect people to rally to our marches, rally to the mask, if we don't even have unity within ourselves? If we can't even stop bickering like teenage girls ourselves, why would the soccer mom down the street, who, by the way, hates this thing, yeah, see, I'm one of those people that takes mine off, they don't like it. Okay, take it off then. Talk to her with a human face. That's the other thing. Drop the whole mask argument. Here's my problem with it and why I took that off for this. All of you are bitching, we should leave the mask, we should keep the mask, oh, the mask, the mask, the mask.
Fuck the mask. Guess what? If you get rid of the mask, you're still gonna have the same fake-ass motherfuckers in here. Actions are the only thing that matters. That mask was never meant to hide you from me. It was meant to hide you at times of protest. It was meant to hide you at times of need. You are not supposed to hide from each other. You are not supposed to hack each other. It's not taking it off about glory. It's about relating to another human being because we've reached a point in humanity where technology has exceeded social interaction. We've lost our humanity. So yeah, that person down the street's not gonna rally to your frickin' V for Vendetta mask after watching a movie where some guy blew up a government building. Gee, Unabomber ring a bell? Makes you look a little hinky, don't you think? Yeah, it means something, but also it means other things, just like the swastika. Some people say it's evil. Well, to the Hindus, that dot on their forehead is the swastika. It's a sign of sacred geometry, hope, prosperity to the Navi, the Hopi, the Aztecs, many Indian cultures. Symbols don't mean what you think they mean because you've been lied to. Well, that's the problem with this. Pizza bagel bite eating idiots put it on, and now everyone wants to drop it. Problem is, they'll still be there. Fuck the mask argument. Fuck the infighting. Put your names on your profiles. Put your faces in the fire. That's what's going to bring people to your cause. That's what's going to make people come to your protests. When they see that creed that we are everyone really is true. They can't know that you're their teacher if they don't see your face.
Exactly. And that's the truth. That is the truth that Anonymous needs today. Infighting.
Have some people in your crowd with a mask and some people without. So you know what? You appeal to all demographics. Because some people, I hate to break it to you, number one, are not on social media, so get the fuck off it and go find them. I know that's hard to believe, but there's a large portion of humanity that says, land of the facepalms here is retarded, YouTube's retarded. I'm one of them. I'm only on here to try and get people off. That's why my sector is called Real World Sector. Because I focus on the real world, like all of you should be doing. That's what needs to happen, quickly. We're running out of time. Okay? There is a large portion of the population that thinks this is scary. And you're never going to change their opinion. Why? Because they've been poisoned since birth about it. Why? Because they're soccer moms who just don't care for the look of it. They think it looks creepy. Word for word what someone told me after I took one off and talked to them once. They were avoiding me. For 2 weeks, I was cleaning up and down a street. And I tried catching this person every day, and they ran in their house. I took my mask off one day and cleaned. She talked to me. I pulled it out my backpack, and she said, "Oh, wow, I didn't realize that's what it meant." Go fucking talk to them with a human face, and you'll watch them change.
It's true, people. There are certain signs of intimidation, and like I said, the masks don't. Yeah, and like this man said.
To the U.S. government.
Yeah, it's a threat. So of course they're trying to make you afraid of what's really there. They're trying to make you afraid of the truth. They want you to be afraid of unity. Because when you're afraid of unity, you cannot unite.
You cannot bring about mental illness and guns. It's about anger transference and a society that thrives on the demonization of others and has to target them with impunity. Okay, so, and not only that, we're in the millennial generation, people, so to think that any of them are going to rally behind one unified world symbol, you're a lunatic, because those guys are all about individuality. They want nothing to do with the status quo. They want nothing to do with modern society. They want to live their life how their life is, where their life is. So if you're going to tap into this younger generation who actually, by the way, is not like our generation introverts, they're actually out experiencing the world, trying to make change of their own. They really are. Why do you think all the government, Republicans, and everyone call them snowflakes, call them liberals? Because they're actually activists. Oh, epiphany, light bulb. They're actually out there doing shit. They're actually out there helping people. That's the truth. And you're not going to lure them in with a Guy Fawkes mask. Because they look at that white mask with the black thing and they see a school uniform. They see a military symbol. They see that symbol that they've been fighting of oppression their whole life. The man that's been telling them what to do. It's the same thing. It's semantics. It doesn't matter what you tell them it means. They've made up their minds. So guess what? Take it off and talk to them. It's not hard. It really isn't. It's not going to get any better. You're not supposed to hide from each other. You're not supposed to fight with each other. Block the motherfuckers. Move on. Find some people you're productive with. Go find some local people, whether they're anonymous or not, by taking your mask off. It'll go a lot quicker. Trust me, I've had results. I had a politician tell me, and I quote, with a mask on the table talking to her, okay? I went to a meet and greet for my local mayor, and I put that mask on the table. I had Operation Change the World on my backpack. I started talking to her about fluoride. I started talking to her about everything. And as soon as she found out what that mask really meant, she said, oh, by all means, I want you to go door to door and educate my city, as long as you're not selling anything. But you know what? She didn't even want to talk to me the day she saw me with a mask on, didn't know who I was. She got in her car and left. That's why I went to the meet and greet with it off. And all of a sudden, she's nice to me and she brings me food. When I'm I'm a low-income person. I have Crohn's disease. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I barely can afford to pay attention. Most of my stuff's been donated to me by family, friends, and other things. I've been very lucky lately. Been very blessed. Been a very humbling month for me. But that being said, she brings me food from a food bank from time to time. After that discussion, people need to relate to people, not a mask.
It's real shit, man. Real world sector here, guys.
I know 4 languages. Sarcasm, cursing, English, and real shit. That's about it.
Yeah, hell yeah, guys. And this is going to be the guy that I'm going to the November 5th march with. Like
Detroit or Flint, one of the two. We're hoping for Flint. Flint really needs our support, people. It's not getting any better. Did y'all know that there was a company that actually donated to put citywide plastic pipes in there, and the government told them no? They don't want them to. No. Those will break too fast. They're already broken. Fucking put them in. They got millions of dollars in there. No water, no pipes. People suffering. Ring a bell. Something we're supposed to do. Oh yeah, we're supposed to go and bring some awareness. So that's where Michigan needs to focus this year, people. You need to hit Flint. We need to uplink. We need to group all people, as many as we can up there. Yes, Detroit's bad, but it's Detroit. They've got water at least. They've always been pretty bad. I'm 8 Mile born, so I'm allowed. But yeah, they don't need us as much as Flint does. Go to Flint.
Flint is the place that you guys need to be focusing on. With that being said, man, things...
Miniwakani, water is life.
Yeah, if you can, man, grab some water. Grab
water
some
is a
supplies.
right.
Grab
you
some
should
water
not have
stuff.
to pay for water. You should have to pay for the water cleaning. That's different. Paying your city for the cleaning of your water is different. But like Nestle, he thinks you shouldn't have any access to water. That's why you're starting to see these laws about collecting rainwater and shit. You just can't do it anymore. That's why.
And us as ADONs, guys, this is our job to bring the system
the
down.
aquifer of California. He's draining millions of gallons of water every single month while the drought and the wildfires going on. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's
Never
pretty
feels an
fucked.
helicopter
It's pretty
either.
fucked, man. It's pretty fucked. You know? It's just...
Oh, wait a minute. Could that be the source of the wildfires? Maybe because we let a bottled water company start taking the fucking groundwater out and didn't do nothing about it? Wake up, people.
Cause and effect.
Why did the bugs go after... Okay, genetically modified crops, same thing. You take a company that made Agent Orange in Vietnam. You take Bt toxin out of it because farmers are lazy and they don't want to necessarily kill all the plants. So they made Roundup Ready with the glyphosate. They genetically engineered the plants to withstand that. When you take away the ground brush, well, the bugs go after the plants. So they take the Bt toxin, they put it in your food, makes the stomachs of insects explode, rupture, bleed, die. Well, we are the leading runner in the world of bleeding bowel disorder like my own Crohn's disease. My body is killing its own stomach. That's what they say. Well, corn's in everything. Soy's in everything. Bt toxins in everything. Your food is being made by a chemical weapons company, not by a food company.
So everything that you guys do, like I said, like he said, cause and effect. There is no secret behind all of this. There's got to be something causing. There's got to be some kind of beginning to end.
America needs Sherlock Holmes back on TV, bro. Like, logical deduction needs to take over again. Seriously.
Fuck, I can agree with that. I can relate.
Some fucking MacGyver.
They want you guys to be distracted from the truth so it can mentally, psychologically fuck up your minds. So that way you don't know the truth. You can't see it. You're too blinded to open your own eyes to see it. You're too blind to come together in your communities. You can't see some of these things because the government makes it invisible for you to see the true facts that are here. The issues and the problems are there. Whether you search for them or not, they're there. For every problem, there's a solution. For every beginning, there's an end. You got to think about these kind of things, people. Next issue I want to touch base on is Antifa. Antifa!
What?
There was some
you
stuff
mean the
burning.
motherfuckers that I watch videos of that take the automatic rifle clips and try and put it into a fucking... Like, I watched one guy do... Did you see the one where he's got, like, the beer belly sticking out and he tries to cock back his gun and smacks himself in the fucking forehead? These are the guys that are gonna shoot you when you wear a mask, by the way. Just throwing that out there. I'm not too scared.
Oh, and the ones burning our flags as well.
Oh, yeah. I got... That's what this is for at the protest. There's a reason I'm taping my fucking protest sign to this.
Show them how hard that is. Show them
Somebody
how hard.
wants to come at me and try burning my fucking flags? I'll beat them with this upside their head. You're not touching my flag.
Same thing is, I got a brother sending one in from Canada. Thank you, Will Burke. I fucking love you, man. Anonymous for life, brother. We'll be rocking that flag high, flying high for you, man. I mean, these guys are trying to pose a threat to us.
Namaste, brother.
Revolution is coming. Revolution is happening.
This is what you need to focus on. The problem of your country. Things like All Bullshit Central, Clinton News Network, General Moronity, McCrap.
That's the moral. That's the basis of what's wrong. When you get down to the nitty-gritty of things, who's Antifa? Who would hire anybody to do Antifa's job?
For your phone.
Who would hire anybody to do Antifa's job? To do the things that they do. Think about this shit, people. Antifa is governmentally set up to take out the people with the eyes open. To silence people like me, like you, like this man right here. These guys want to silence the ones that know the truth, that are exposing. Of course they're going to want to cause infighting. Of course they're going to want to try to attack us. Of course they're going to try to intimidate us so we don't
accomplish? Okay, all of you people, we do all this exposing, and you take over some groups, and you do this, and you do that, and you get your laughs because you're a troll. And we all get mad, and we go on an assault against them, but what does it do? Doesn't really do anything, does it? Not at all. There's a reason I changed my mask, sir. Why? This is what I support. Okay? The anonymous mask should be a custom mask. Why? Because how can it represent all of humanity? Yes, we are all the same, but we are only the same on the inside. You bleed red, you die. Your outside has superficial differences that we all need to learn to respect. We all need to see that difference, that message that everybody's the same underneath, but the surface is not.
And with these things that's going on, you cannot let these things scare you. The government wants you to be scared of these issues. They want you to back down and stand down and shut up.
Get loud. They don't work, but gotta put batteries in.
They want you guys to stand down. They want to shut you up. They don't want you guys to stand with a voice. They don't want us to unite. They don't want us to do the things that we gotta do. They want us to pussy up and bitch out because they're threatening people to bring governmental issues. They're trying to tell Anonymous that they need to shut up. We're not going to shut up. This is the problem with the infighting. I made a trip today to a very good friend's house because I'm tired of the infighting. We have to rise. Make a stance. Be one voice. We can take down the whole system if we work together. These people... It ain't just you, it ain't just me, they're targeting our families, our loved ones, brainwashing your own children in public schooling.
Look at Common Core. They're teaching your third grader how to have sex, use a dildo, and all kinds of shit. Hit YouTube. Your third grader.
They're being corrupted by geography books. They leave facts and history out of it.
And then you got Walt Disney. Don't get me started on him here. Let me pull this up. Little image. I don't think I've actually showed you the cover of Tangled, have I?
I'm ready to see it. Well, I'll show everybody. It'll be a learning experience for all
Walt
of us.
Disney is directly responsible for the hypersexualization of children. Exhibit A, Miley Cyrus. Exhibit B, Britney Spears. Exhibit C, Justin Timberlake. All the Mickey Mouse Club stars were exposed to this type of subliminal programming that they then went and put fully into your shows. Okay, if you look right over here, Google Tangled sex. That little bow right there actually spells out the word sex. And if you take the G away from the tail of the G away from Tangled, you have the word anal in the middle of it. So reading that across the meme, you have anal sex. Gee, you wonder why people are eating buttholes anymore? Remember cow and chicken? What was their favorite dinner? They ate butt. Subliminal programming.
These things may seem funny. These things may seem like they don't know they're truly irrelevant.
Program for a reason. It has a patent number.
Because you are being targeted. The young generation are being targeted to believe this corrupt bullshit. Think about it. It all adds up. Everything makes sense, people.
So, get out there and get loud. Don't stop. Imagine if 100,000 people surrounded every state capital. Imagine if 50,000 people surrounded every state capital. There's 317 million Americans. 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8. And it doubles every day after that. In 1 week's time, if you and the person you asked got 1 person a day, every day, and everyone did the same, you'd have almost 200 people in a week.
With these statistics, this has been proven true. Time and time again. Walt Disney, let me tell you something from personal perspective and growing up to it, man. It seems like the most innocent, childy corporation ever. It seems like it would never cause any harm to your
Google
children.
Suicide Mickey and open your eyes to a new side of Walt you've never seen in your life.
For every storyline created on Mickey Mouse, the Looney Tunes, Rugrats.
Swiss cheese. He puts the holes in the cheese with his dick.
Yeah, it's all perversion. It was perversion before it is ever child. It was made, and your children are catching on. Your children are watching these. SpongeBob, all of this is televised.
SpongeBob is actually a direct representation of the mortal sins. All of them. For example, Mr. Krabs is greed.
Money.
Insanity.
Think about this kind of stuff, guys. Little bitty things like this can put corruption in the minds of your children.
Patrick is gluttony.
All these things are bad representations of what you're trying to teach your children. So, think about this stuff, people. Representations of what your children are being taught, what is being displayed, and what is being put out there on social media. You don't believe they're being corrupted. What's their actions?
Shoot, Phineas and Ferb. A lot of people like to watch that show. They let their kids watch that show. Oh, it's not that bad. There's an episode of Phineas and Ferb where the girl's going through her purse and she's literally taking out a bunch of stuff. Okay, and she says stuff like lipstick, compact, and then all of a sudden comes tampon, Prozac. Yeah, that's what I want in my fucking kids' show. A Prozac fucking commercial. Oh, and them asking me what a tampon is. Yeah, that's an interesting conversation I really want to have right after fucking morning cartoons.
Alright. I have an anon.
Oh, but the violent ones were killing people, remember? We watched Yosemite Sam. Did we kill people?
Yeah. I've got a question being asked from an anon on here. Hey, I want to put a question. Why many homeless disappear? Do you have an answer?
Because they're starting with population control with the people that won't be missed.
Population control is very real. It is the very thing.
Google the Georgia Guidestones. Basically, the ultimate goal of the New World Order, which wrote a book in 1989, E Pluribus Nuum, the pyramid from our money is on the cover of it. It says New World Order on it. Look it up and read this book. Educate yourself, because the plan's unfolding before your eyes. Georgia Guidestones. Call the Earth's population to balance with nature 500 million. the goal.
When you have a system,
Sterilization through the water. Sterilization through radiation. Everyone knows radiation lowers sperm counts. What do you cook your fucking food with? What does every restaurant cook your fucking food with? Radiation, people.
okay, so when we're talking about these kind of things, when you depopulate, when you are getting too many, the population is getting too big, you have to somewhat formulate a mind span to the people. You have to cause distractions to happen. Political propaganda, governmental puppets using a fewer big of governmental puppets. Think about this right now. When you depopulate, you can conserve resources.
Has nothing to do with it. That's the biggest lie of humanity. We are not overpopulated, people. The reason it seems overpopulated is because you have been herded into concrete jungles and packed like rats. There is wide open spaces everywhere. All you gotta do is spread out. And there'd be more than enough food for everybody. Because you could just grow your own instead of having to have a permit for a goddamn tomato garden.
And with that being said, you just might live a little longer because you ain't got all these chemical and fucking substances being contaminated into your very own food.
Your key to GMO. If it doesn't say non-GMO, it's a GMO. It's been tampered with. It's not natural. It doesn't produce seeds, by the way, either. That's their end goal. They're cataloging the plants of Earth so that they can put them all into seed bank in case they fuck up and then sell you plants that don't ever regrow seeds because they're patented. That's why Monsanto always puts its farms upwind from the neighboring farm so that hopefully a few will blow in their field and they can take over the fucking crop.
It's very true, people, and the signs are in the times, if you know what I mean, dude. Shit's fucking happening. Anything that they can do to put more corruption and experimentation, and anything they can do to distract you from what's really theirs, they'll do
Speaking
it.
of distractions, one more thing that dropped out of the media that still needs some attention because it's still happening, that would be Syria, people. We're still not done there. That was never about the government. It was never about rebels. It was never about anything other than Russia has a pipeline coming this way. We have a pipeline coming up this way, and it intersects dead center Syria. Whoever controls the pipeline controls the government of Syria. The two countries bordering Syria are not in the Rothschild World Bank. We are the mercenaries of the Rothschild World Bank in America. That's what Syria is about. Get it right. Oh, and by the way, dear ISIS, when you're covering up your face, please cover up your U.S. Army tattoos. I have a picture.
Shit's coming to the light, man. That's why I made this little special trip for you guys, because I knew shit's gonna get exposed,
I have
man.
the picture on my phone. Hang on.
Yeah, well, he's gonna show you the picture of the ISIS, U.S. Army. So
I'll make sure you have it so you can post it.
hell yeah, we're gonna post it everywhere, so you guys can have proof that our own military is turning on its own people.
But if you need proof, just talk to some of the soldiers that are coming back. They'll all tell you this is not a normal war. It's a mercenary war. It's about destabilization. Really tear apart every country that the Americas have invaded for the past 20 years.
This here, I said,
Okay.
is exposed.
You never find weapons of mass destruction. In fact, we usually invade a country that we raise the leader to power, we give him funding, we train him, we get him elected, but then he says, I don't want the World Bank. And then all of a sudden America finds oil or finds drugs and we gotta go, freedom! Freedom! And we take them out and put the Rothschild World Bank in. That's the truth of our wars. Only the Rothschild World Bank. That's the goal. If you look at every country we've invaded for 20 years, there used to be 15 countries not on that list. Well, every country we've invaded pretty much is now on the list. It's not a hard rabbit trail once you actually decide to quit listening to the Clinton News Network, to British Bullshit Central, to All Bullshit Central, and do some actual research online.
So with that being said, we're going to gather up the hard evidence with Moon. He's going to get you guys the exposure the United States Army is. Therefore, ISIS.
There you go. You can see right there, every one of their... You can confirm it to them. It's hard to read on camera. You'll have to post it.
Okay.
They're going to have to take your word till you post
Okay,
it.
because this is going to read a little bit backwards, but I'm going to show it to you guys, okay? It says, Dear ISIS, before covering your face, cover your United States Army tattoo. And I'm also going to post it on my...
Every single one of those people in front of that flag have a U.S. Army tattoo.
And I'll also post it on my Facebook as well, so you guys have proof of this.
Sending it to you right now.
Oh shit, my silent mode. My phone went silent. Sorry about that, guys. Is everybody still able to hear?
Alright, that's coming over to you.
Okay, so he's sending me he's sending me the picture right now. I'm going to be posting that to my Morbid profile for you guys. I'm also going to be posting it on Piratesec as well.
Hang on, I just got an important update from Colonel Slider G Geek. I recommend all of you follow him on Facebook. That is SLIDERGZEEK, Slider G Zeke. He is a 25-year Navy colonel, runs a talk show blog, Colonel Slider's Show, 80 different countries. Amazing man, taught me a lot of what I know. He just got an update about the militias. It looks like the actual militias are being targeted now. The government's coming after them. But this is because recently, and he sent me the video, I watched it personally, the leader of one of the biggest militias in Texas, just on the underground sub-channels that Colonel Slider here's a part of, sent out a message to every militia of America telling them to ramp up, telling them to stand up, telling them to get their arms ready. The shitstorm is coming, people. The juggalos are now domestic terrorists, marched on Washington. Eminem just threatened to throw Trump against the fucking wall. Hello? It's coming. The world is sick of being bombed. Dear America, highlight everything except you in red. That white spot, that's what you're supposed to be concentrating on.
Because that is the corruption and the issues hereby exposed. This exposes these issues. The issues are in broad daylight with the little white
hard
spot.
to find, people. For the record, Moon don't have anything but a cell phone until 3 weeks ago. This is all Google. So don't ever fucking tell me Google can't find real results, because I have told so many people to prove me wrong and they can't, and they do all the searching they want because I do my research. And it's called quality checking your sources. Of course the top ones at the top of Google are not going to be correct, because it's fucking government owned. You gotta go to like 8 pages into the search queue to find legit research anymore.
And since we're making this video, guys, and exposing these issues to you guys, it's very possible this video might get taken off of YouTube.
Some more cannabis. I'm getting all hot.
They might try to take this video off of YouTube because we're exposing some very, very high shit to you guys. Hey, what you got there?
Medicated honey.
Oh my god, that looks amazing.
It is amazing.
Special hemp sector.
This stuff's fucking awesome. Oh my god. I'll give you one of these.
Oh, hell yeah.
I got a flavored one up here.
Hell yeah. Woo. You get a flavored one.
You know,
Mind if I do?
we're in a medical state, by the way, so we're legal. Oh, I gotta cut that. You won't get that over. Right. See it good. But yeah, people. I mean, it's time we take a stand. It's time to bite the bullet, so to speak. You can't hide behind the mask. It's not gonna get any better with the mask on your face, rallying the people to your cause. You're supposed to get them to want to put it on with this, so that when the time comes, they put it on at home, walk out their front door, and take a stand with you. That's what the mask is. It's an idea. It was never meant to be a sock profile and only that online, and you never show your fellow Anon brothers and sisters your real person. That's bullshit. Because that in and of itself means that that mask is a hypocrisy to you. Because the mask was meant to be an idea, not become what and who you are. And it can't represent an idea if your actions don't represent what they're supposed to. And if people only see the actions of stupid-ass people wearing it, and never you supporting it, doing real actions that mean something, they'll never think any different.
And that cuts down to the nitty-gritty. Anonymous exposed. So with that being said, guys, that's basically what we've been trying to get across to you guys today. I'm actually going to try some of this cannabis honey real quick. Okay. Oh my god, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah, she's going to put some people out of business when the MMFLA comes in.
Oh my god, this is amazing, guys.
My caregiver's trying to be a processor for the MMFLA.
Woo!
But I have Crohn's disease. I literally can't eat without it. So, I mean, I have to have pretty potent medicine. I've been using it for a long time. I got a pretty high tolerance.
This is pretty fucking amazing.
So I was telling you, my caregiver's got openings, bro. We'll get him on her, too.
Hell yeah. But anyway, this is Morbid Persongy and Moon coming to you live. Thank you guys for tuning in. Remember, unity, guys.
Drop the bullshit.
Yeah,
If you don't have proof, shut the fuck up. Or make a little personal opinion post and move on.
And as far as Piratesec goes, and all you guys out there, man, I've realized something. It's not worth tearing each other apart anymore, man. It's not worth all this shit. It's not worth sacrificing all my 8 years, all of us 8 months together. We're supposed to stick together, man. Whether the issues are bad, no matter how bad they are, guys, we have to bring the system down, and I can't do it without you. We need each other.
Hey.
So let's make this happen. Let's make a stand together. I challenge you, Piratesec. I challenge you, WolfSec. I challenge all you guys to stand with me. Stand with Moon. And let's take this to November 5th and give them the best run, the best protest they ever had.
See, the table that's holding the elite up in the world, it's on the backs of the people of the world. And when we fight like this amongst ourselves, basically what you're doing is you're taking yourself out from being the leg of that table and pushing the next person down underneath to be the leg of the table. It's never going to turn over and stop their little game of Monopoly unless everybody quits the bullshit, stands up, and the table has nothing to sit on.
So, I'm with you guys 110%. I'm sorry about the fallout that's been happening. Let's make this right. Let's start working together.
On that note, no. I want to highlight my arm right now, which is not finished, for all those people who say they're sorry out there, but their actions continue. A mistake repeated is a purposeful decision. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. The best apology is change behavior. Don't give me your empty I'm sorries. Change your actions, and I'll notice.
You want to show them that tattoo real quick, bro? You want to show them that tattoo? Check it out, guys. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
And this is the symbol for empath.
Empathic means that they could feel feeling. They could, if you're feeling something, man, they can feel your shit. If you're hurting, they can feel your hurt.
Those who know Moon know to trust Moon feels.
Yeah, so I challenge you guys in Anonymous. I challenge you, Piratesec. I challenge you guys to rise with me. It doesn't matter if we trust each other or not.
Not even challenge. I think that's almost too strong of a word.
Yeah, well,
I'm begging you. Drop the bullshit. It's not worth it. If you don't like the person, don't talk to them. You do it at work every day. Are you telling me you go to your employer and you like everybody at work and you don't want to just jam the ice pick into the fucking wall because the annoying guy down the road won't quit talking to you? But you're nice to him, aren't you? Take the same approach. There's a common goal here that needs to be focused on.
let's get back to work, Anonymous. Let's make things happen. Revolution is here. You are the revolution and the change. It's time to take power. It's time to take charge. It's time to focus on these issues before the government gets the best of us.
Because right now we got an Oompa Loompa for president.
And a fucking Cheeto factory maker. Oh yeah, by the way.
317 million Americans and we have Donald...
Oh yeah, by the way, I'm pretty sure that he was an actor as well, guys. Here, I'm a little Melania Trump, little porn stars.
Ivanka Trump has nude photos all over the place.
Oh yeah, exposing his body for what it is. He's all, about
but he shamed so many women over that stuff in the past.
Body shaming, man. Yeah, he's fucking total hypocrite.
I swear to God, I heard someone the other day tell me the Christian God helped get Trump elected. I had to walk up. I couldn't help myself. I was trying to be good. I was trying to behave that day. I was trying not to start no shit, but you know me. I like to stir the pot. I just walked up to him and just casually, because God would grab him by the pussy and just got in my car.
America about a pussy. Alright, guys. You guys remember Operation Payback, okay? A lot of you anons that are out there, originally you've been around for years, you remember Operation Payback. You remember the hell Anonymous went through, okay? This is Operation Payback to the fucking government. They don't own us.
It's Operation End of the World, people. Pretty soon, technology is going to exceed the human ability to fight back. Google sonic weapons, Google microwave weapons. They have little handheld devices now in the military's hands that if they point it at you, you won't hear a bang, you won't see a flash. All you're going to feel is that the insides of your body are cooking, because guess what? They are. They're microwave-emitting weapons. They're called crowd control. Your skin will boil and bubble. That's what they're going to use on you for public suppression. And then they're going to take you to the camps eventually and deal with you accordingly. Are you going to fit the re-education list? Because the re-education list believes everything CNN tells them.
Guys, it's only a matter of time. This is a call to arms of all anonymous. Our issues are irrelevant.
Texas militia's called for arms. The strongest in our country. Possible addition to the resistance you could ever get. If Texas turns its back on you, you might as well just bend over and ask for some KY. That's my opinion.
So I invite you guys to join me. Let's join forces. Whether you trust me or I don't trust you, who gives a damn? We gotta focus on what's important. We need to come together to bring the system down. If not, I mean, these FEMA accounts are looking pretty damn good right now. You guys know what I mean. Because they're very fucking realistic and they're working on these motherfuckers as we speak. This could be our last November 5th. This could be the last time that we get to make a video for you guys. Who knows? Who knows what tomorrow holds? Guys, war is coming. We're at war with their own governments.
Fuck, my speaker fried. God damn it.
Please, keep these issues in mind.
Oh, another thing, while all of you have been distracted by, well, probably not some of the people watching right now, but all you sheeple out there were distracted by Las Vegas and believing a guy could carry 50-some automatic weapons up a flight of stairs unnoticed. But that set aside, on the DL, Russia just tested an ICBM that can reach Washington, D.C. They are backing Korea. They are backing China. They're all partners. Do the math. China's mastered electromagnetic pulse weapons. So unless you want to be in the Stone Age soon, you might want to take a stand.
EMPs, a.k.a.
Electromagnetic pulse. Basically, anything that has power, anything that has a battery will explode unless it's in a Faraday cage. Now think about where you have been societally conditioned to keep your cell phone. Oh, gee, up by your head, in your heart pocket, on your leg, right by your arteries. Do the math, people. It's the kill switch.
So with this being said, there are bigger issues to expose. We have to focus on our operations, get back to work, Anonymous. Whether I'm in a sector, whether you're in a sector, who gives a damn? What about the idea?
It's time to just, if you have a sector, great. If you don't have a sector, great. Who gives a fuck about all the bullshit? It don't matter if you don't like the person next to you. Guess what? We're trying to unite humanity. So the thought of y'all wanting to get everyone to get along, really? 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 That's lunacy. To think that you're gonna get along with 7 billion goddamn people, grow the fuck up, be adults, block them, and move on.
So, very, very wise words. I'd like to apologize for my malicious state of mind and the retaliations against Piratesec and other sectors as well. I invite you to unite with me and other Anons to make a stand, to make a difference, to make a change. Let's get back to the mores of what Anonymous really is.
You know that thing that you said you wanted to do when you put that mask on and then started fighting with each other? You know, that thing? You know, it's never going to stop. Unless you stop yourself. It's all a choice. You can either get bitter or you can get better. The choice is yours. You can take what's been handed to you and allow it to make you a better person, or you can allow it to tear you down. Fear has two meanings. Face everything and run, or forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. It's time to make a better choice. If you're surrounded by bullshit and people keep trolling you, well, maybe quit posting in the normal place you're posting for a little bit, and then start one by one going back through, figure out where the bullshit was, and don't go there. Focus on where you're productive.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you guys very much. Thank you for coming in. This is all about peace and unity. This is Real World Sector coming to you live. We are Anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Don't expect us. We're already here.